Good morning. We are back. I have kids in quarantine. I'm not sure if you've seen any of my uploads at this point explaining that, so I'll go over that really quickly. On Thursday, which is the day before Good Friday, I got a call from TJ's school, like within the first half hour to an hour that he got there in the morning, telling me that when he got off the bus, he was crying and he was complaining of a headache. So he was sent to the nurse, and they said he was complaining of a bellyache and a headache. So I was actually outside of the home getting the youngest and the foster child on their buses. And so I just told the nurse that that's what I was doing, but if she gave me about 10 minutes, because I was expecting the bus to come in 5 minutes, that I would be able to pick them up if it was necessary. So she told me to let's play it by ear, because it didn't appear to be an emergency, and she would send him back to class and see if he felt a little better, in that she would call me again if necessary. Lo and behold, 20 minutes later, she called me, asked me to go ahead and pick him up. I went over and picked him up, and when I got there, they had Kha'yair too, and they had the paperwork for a whole quarantine stating that because he had 2 different issues that he was complaining of, meaning the belly and the head, they had to go ahead and put the guys on a 10-day school day count quarantine. So that's where we are. Today is Tuesday. So the actual quarantine count started yesterday, because Friday was Good Friday, it was no school. So that's where we are. I'm about to make myself some coffee. Tyjon, watch TV, no games. He gets really, really loud. No, you're too loud. That's what it is, guys. We're just finishing up breakfast. And so, well, they are, and I need coffee. I'll do coffee, and I'm gonna get ahead and go ahead and make my dinner, because the kiddos, TJ is not feeling great, and just want to get ahead so that once I get dinner done, lunch is easy. I'll just pop in and make the lunch in real time. But dinner, I have been getting ahead of the game and making my dinner early so that my days can go smoother. So let me just start. And on our menu for today is, we're going to make some rice. I'm just going to make a pot of white rice, and I'm going to make it in my Instapot, so I'm going to get that ready. White rice, and we're going to make some meatballs with some gravy. And I haven't decided what beans we're going to use yet, like what size. I'm thinking green beans. I'm not sure if I'm going to do like a string bean or a green peas, but we're going to do it. It could even be mixed vegetables. I'm not really certain just yet, but we'll figure it out. Tyjon! Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm not quite there yet. I'm trying. So I'm just measuring my rice out, because you want to do equal parts with your rice and your water whenever you're using it in Instapot. And I do according to what my family's going to eat. I know everybody measure things differently, but I measure according to what my family's going to eat. And this is a Dollar Tree container, and I just use it right here on the counter to keep some rice so I don't have to lift, because we get the 25-pound bags and hubby's not always here, and so this makes it easier for me. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse this rice, guys. 1 second. And then I'll just use the same cup that I measured that rice, just to make sure everything is equal. This, you'll see, is one of the most easiest. I can't say that enough because I make a lot of easy meals, but this is going to be one of the easiest. Because I'm using my Instapot and my air fryer today to basically make this meal. The only thing I'm going to do myself, and this is just salt I'm adding to the rice, is the gravy for the meatballs. That's it. So we got the rice all rinsed, measured out into the pot, and I'm just gonna start my Instapot. Let's see. Yep. So I put the rice on. Thank you, sir. Add it downstairs. Yeah. And that's done. Well, started. How easy was that? Next, I'm going to take out my meatballs and I'm just going to use it right in the air fryer. Hubby does not care for the meatballs. So for him, he has Nigerian cuisine for today. So that's what he'll be eating. But me and the kiddos will be eating the rice, the green bean. I think it's going to be green beans because I keep saying it. Green beans and the meatballs and gravy. So here's our 50 million containers of cereal from this morning's breakfast. So somebody had Cinnamon Toast Crunch, another had the Cookie Crisp, and someone else had Rice Chex. So I'll put this all away. My mom laugh at me all the time and say, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe you open all those." And I tell her the same thing I tell everybody. I give them what they ask for because it's a better chance they'll eat it. It's no big deal. So, sorry for the noise, guys. I'm getting these meatballs. These are the Members Mark Italian style meatballs. Getting those out here. Trying to figure out where do you pull on this one? See this one. Let me. Okay. Where's my shears? Are they here? Okay, I see what's going on here. It's not the pull thing on this one. It's actually the. Alright, so open these. And then let's see. So I'm gonna put what I need inside. Guys, getting this up. And I like to do an extra sure because I think I destroyed this bag. I actually did it wrong. So this bag, these bags, good to go. Freezer's full to the top, guys. I just went shopping the other day. You actually should have already seen that grocery haul where I went to Sam's Club for my large once a month grocery shop. So, okay, so now we have the meatballs going. So rice and meatballs, listen, easy peasy. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and get my coffee made up here. So I use some heavy whipping cream. This is to add some fats in my coffee. Some healthy fats. I'm going to use the end of this chocolate caramel creamer here. Let me take this to recycle one second. I'll show you guys this cup in a moment. Hi, John. This coffee cup. Oh, that's perfect. This coffee cup came from foster care seminar, and it says right here, I make a difference. There's a picture of a home, and it is www.newjerseyfoster.org, and it's the number 1877 NJ Foster. So hubby and I both have one. Like hubby used his this morning for his coffee before he left out for work. So we have quite a few different cups and stuff like that we get. Different things that they give us, t-shirts. They always give us some type of goodies whenever we attend like the foster care workshops. They do bowling parties. They have annual events where families come together for a big lavish dinner that they have. They have a number of resources that they provide you with as foster parents. They even have a brochure with trips that you can sign your family up for vacations. All expenses paid, air and lodging. I haven't gone on any of the trips because I discovered them, I want to say, so my final adoption for Tyjon, the 5-year-old, was October 26th of 2020. Pandemic happened in March. Of 2019, I'm sorry. Pandemic happened in March of 2020. And so we weren't able, like, I still have to even get his original Social Security card. For whatever reason, when they closed out his adoption, they did not provide me with his Social Security card. I asked my caseworker and everything, and she said that they had to keep it for their file. She did give me the number, but she would not give me the actual card, so I had to apply for it. And then during the application process, because the Social Security office for my area relocated and they changed their whole process, pandemic happened and everything came to a halt. All the workers were no longer in the buildings, and the courts, the Division of Family, nor Social Security. So that's where we're still left hanging in the wind. I'm able to handle our affairs because I do have his number and all his other credentials. However, I still need to obtain an actual social security card on this kid so I can have like everyone else's. Kha'yair's adoption, which is Tatai, was finalized. So Tajan was October 26th of 2019. Kha'yair's was December 11th, 2018. They did not fast track the kids because we were so far ahead with Kha'yair's adoption at the time. They couldn't fast track and move Tajan's along with his because they have to give the mother and father enough opportunities to turn themselves around. After a number of court hearings and not following orders from the judge, you know, the judge really works with families and try to opt for reunification for the children and the parents. You have to really not be abiding by the judge's orders for them to finally go ahead and smack the gavel and award an adoption. So I have been going through that whole kinship legal guardian and went through the foster care classes and becoming a resource home and everything. That started when I took TJ in when he was just 10 months. So I got TJ when he was 10 months. But the other kids, with TJ, I just showed up in court to support my son. And unfortunately, when you're not a part of the actual case, they don't let you in the courtroom. So I was in the hallway waiting. And I remember someone came out of the court looking for me, calling my name. And when I responded, they said the judge wanted for me to come into the courtroom. He had asked me a few questions. And when I got in there, he basically asked if I had a home. And I'm like, yes. And I'm guessing, you know, you think these are crazy questions, but there's a reason why they ask stuff like this, because there's a lot of people that are homeless. Do I have the means to help assist in the care of this child? And I'm like, yes. And they swore me in, and before I knew it, I left the courts with a baby that I was 100% responsible for. So once I brought TJ home, I had to call out of work like a week because that was a whole lifestyle change for me. And I had to look for resources, meaning childcare. And thank God my niece was already using this young lady. And she comes in my lives. Her name is Cassandra Coverdale. You hear me refer to her as Sparkle. She is my childcare provider. She has been since today. I brought TJ home from court. I went and met her the very next evening. I was happy because, like I said, my niece had her 3 children here. So she had an opening and he was immediately placed. I was able to go back to work within that week's time because I had secured childcare. And then I worked everything else out. So that's actually the Instapot beep. So that, I'm telling you, when everything is ordained by God, it'll work its way out. Obviously, it was working its way out before I even brought that baby home, unbeknownst to me. So when you are a person who is good, things will work out in your favor no matter what. When you stand faithful in God, you will see all the many blessings that will rain down on you. And so that's our story. I brought TJ home at 10 months. When he was 10 months old, that is. By the end of June, that was the end of April. So By the end of June, 1 week before TJ's birthday, Kha'yair was born. That's why they're Irish twins. 7 days apart, shy of 1 year. So Kha'yair was born on the 22nd of June. I brought him home immediately from the hospital. And that's when I was placed in the classes. Now keep in mind, hubby was nowhere around. He was still in Africa. And I wasn't even with him. We were just friends. Brought Ty home from the hospital, was going through the classes, still full-time employed, doing all the things single-handedly with a 1-year-old and a newborn. And then went through the classes successfully, became a certified for kinship legal guardian, was maintaining with myself and the 2 babies. Was it hard? Heck yeah, it was. I used to have to get myself and these 2 little ones dressed, 2 car seats in the back of my Maxima, take them to childcare, go to work all day, come home, deal with babies until it was time to put them to bed. Workers from DCP&P in and out of my home nonstop. We had nurses, each of them, they had nurses. They had law guardians, which is lawyers that represent the children, if you don't know. They had their own attorneys. I have a case manager. We have a resource worker. We have a number of people. I had like a revolving door. And these people were not coming all at once. Everybody had their own visits to my home. It was just like non-stop. Until at one point it was becoming overwhelming, and I said to them, you guys are going to have to start grouping up. Like, you all work from the same office. Are you going to see Miss Chandler today? Then I'm going to go ahead with you, and we worked it out like that, because I wasn't getting any rest. I'm still working and taking care of these babies, and you guys are every time I'm trying to get some rest, you guys are showing up, and it was just unfortunate. And remember, I was working all day, 9 to 5, so they were coming in the latter hours of the day, because they had to come once I got off, drove and picked up the babies, came home, and then they would show up. So it was beginning to be a bit much. So fast forward another year or so, Tyjon is born, and now I have a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a newborn that's in the hospital. Unfortunately, I said it in one of my lives before, his mother was popping pills, so he was in the hospital for 8 weeks. 1 day short of 8 weeks. 7 weeks, 7 days before I brought him home. Going through some things and fighting for his life. So hubby still wasn't here. He was coming. The invitation was out, and he was, preparing to come to America. But again, now we have moved in a direction of, okay, we're together. Because now, remember, a year and a half or so has passed. So now we begin dating, like long distance, him there, I'm here. We put a plan in place. I told him what I had going on here. He was up for it. If anyone know Africans, they are very family oriented. And so everything was moving right along. So, I didn't know we would get married within 2 years. I will say that. But, it happened. But, so now, Tyjon is in this hospital, and everyone knows I'm the one bringing him home. I get the bracelet as the parent or whatever. And so, again, my son too made very poor decisions in staying with this individual and continuing to have children. And I hold him just as accountable, and the rules that I put on her were also applying to him. So now I'm going to work all day, and I asked my boss, I explained my situation and got my hours switched to 8 to 4. Just an hour different on each end made it somewhat of a difference for me. I got the DCP&P workers still on board that they need to group up when they're coming for visits to my home because it's a bit much. Every day now, for the most part, whenever we don't have visits from them, it was me going to work 9 to 5 after 8 to 4 after dropping these kids off at the child care provider, taking the tablets with me to work, and they're on my desk because I'm a case manager, charging all day, pack up at the end of the day, going to pick up these kids from the child care provider, stopping at the house to give them their bath, because we are now going up to, you guys know, clean my glasses, we are now spending our evenings up at the hospital bonding with the baby. So we did that daily, and I would order the kids room service, have some food delivered up to the room and feed them up there, and then bring them home and put them down. And this is what we did, oh my God, continuously. Now, during this 8-week period, hubby arrived. He arrived in the country. Now I have a little help. But as far as grocery shopping and stuff, guys, I had to get very creative. Let me tell you what I was doing. While at my work, at my job, at my desk, being a case manager, I was placing my orders for Walmart pickup or delivery or whatever. I had all diapers and stuff, diapers and wipe shipped to the door. Groceries were delivered for the most part, or I would schedule pickup if it was when I had to go pick up their WIC, because WIC, unfortunately, you can't order through those services, so had to go to the store anyway. So I would place the order for pickup, go inside, shop for my WIC, and go around, drive around, get my pickup order, bring all that stuff home, put it all away. And the babysitter worked with me. I would tell her today is grocery day, so she knew I would be like an hour late because I had to bring everything home, put it all away, then go get or just bring it in the house and put the stuff in the ice box away and the freezer away, and the rest I could deal with after I get those babies down. So go get my babies, do our PM hygiene and feed them and get them down, and then I would be able to put my food away, do some meal prep. Baby, I had a system. Was I exhausted? You bet I was. I had 2 little babies here and 1 at the hospital, and that day, whenever it was shopping day, I just could not make it to the hospital, so I would call the hospital and get an update, like, did he have any improvement or whatever like that. So they worked with me really well. I can go up to the hospital at any given time. So when hubby came, instead of rushing up there in the evenings, and mind you, he wasn't hubby at the time, but when he was here, I could come home, spend time with him and the kids, and then once the babies went to sleep, guys, I was going up to the hospital 11 at night to bond with the baby, because being in that situation, you can go up there, like I said, 24 hours. So here we are. Meatballs are done, as I don't want them overly cooked, so this is perfect. So I'm going to stop them. Rice is coming along. That's the rice. Finished, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and that's actually the steam coming out of that Instapot. I'm releasing the steam. Guys, we're chit-chatting. I'm not even bouncing around. Dinner's almost done. Let's get this gravy going. So here, I showed you guys before, I used this old pretzel container. This is my flour. I'm just going to use this bowl. I like these bowls. These are the bowls I ordered from Amazon, and I store food in it. Normally when I open like cans of, I use leftovers for these, or portions when I'm doing meal prepping. Also, when I open cans of fruit or vegetables and I'm not using the whole thing, store them right in here. But for now, and I keep one of the measuring spoons, and that's what you saw me using in the rice container too. I'm sorry, I should have showed you that earlier. These are just Dollar Tree measuring spoons. I have them in like all my containers. This is a quarter cup in this one. So my flour has them, my sugar has them. The rice, as you can see, anything that I need to scoop, I have like 50 million of those things, and I just put them in these containers, hot water. Let me run that a little bit. Get my spatula. So I do have a gravy pack. Where did I put that? I don't even know what I did with it. What did I do with that gravy pack? Oh, here it is. I'm sorry, I pushed it behind this. And just to give it a little color, I'll put a little brown gravy in here. I either use that or the gravy master, but because I had this pack open, I tell you I use everything before they expire. So we're just going to go ahead with this gravy pack today. I'm not going to put it right in there. I'm going to, actually what you want to do is while that hot water is going in that bowl, just mix it up real quick, guys. Mix it. Mix it. It's just like making a roux. Hot. It's nice and hot. You hear that? And you just want to keep thickening it up as needed. Get you some more hot water in your bowl because you may need it. Just have it ready. And you just want to stir this up. Now you can go ahead and put some of your gravy in it. Like I said, I'm just using it for color. Just using this one for color. You want to keep mixing really fast to prevent lumping. If you need to thicken it, just keep adding flour. Keep adding flour. It's going to eventually come to a simmer. Now I'm just using, I'll show you in a minute, the chicken bouillon. You can use beef bouillon. I'm using chicken. Another trick, guys, with your gravy is before you start it, you can use some butter in the pan, and you can do the same steps that I just did. Like a tablespoon of butter, let it melt in that hot frying pan. Now see this gravy, I don't know if you guys can see, but it's thickening. Just that quick, guys. So again, you can add more water, you can add more flour. I'm going to go ahead and put some black pepper in it. That's all I need, because if you remember, the meatballs are Italian style, so they're already seasoned. So I'm just going to add some black pepper. Keep on stirring. This is looking good. Nice brown color. What you can do is get a spoon. Get yourself a spoon and just test the thickness of your gravy. For me, I want it a little thicker. So at this point, I'm going to add some more flour, guys. Sprinkle some more flour right in there. And hurry up and get whisked, because again, you don't want it to clump. Just a little at a time, guys. Keep adding your water. Warm water to I'm going to temper that. Easy peasy. You can do this in the oven, like if you're smothering pork chops or chicken or anything, right on the range. Same stuff. You do this on the range. If you have it in your roaster pan or whatever, your bakeware, you just want to pour this gravy mixture right over your meats, your pork chops or chicken or whatever it is, steak, roast, whatever you're smothering. And nice dinner. So yeah, I'm gonna let that simmer a bit. And dinner is just about done. Easy peasy. This is a nice looking gravy. Bring my next gravy pack over. Every time I finish something, guys, I go and replace it. So this is the next gravy that will go up here. So yeah, this gravy is thickening up nice. What you want to do at this point is go ahead, drop your meatballs in. Get one of these. Take them, put them right in. You don't want to burn yourself. Remember that gravy is hot. It's smelling so good in here right now, guys. The kids absolutely love this. Kha'yair, I either asked, like, you ever made meatballs lately? Aside from when you saw me make the meatballs with the raviolis. But I know he meant like this, so put this away. Take that spoon and just spoon that gravy over all your meatballs. Smells so good. This is all done. Yeah, guys, my dinner is basically done here. So what I'm going to do now, just clean up a bit in here. Dinner's done. I'm ahead of the game. I'm just gonna get these dishes all cleaned up here, guys. And Mama gets to relax. This is done. You can turn this off. I'll show you how everything turned out like I always do. Thank you guys for always hanging out with me. You make making dinner for my family such a pleasure. I know you don't even believe it, but you do. gonna finish off this good coffee. Put this gravy up here. Yeah, guys. If you haven't already, and I'm trying to make mention, so if anyone is new on my channel, they would know about it. We are doing open collabs. We are finishing up April's. We have one more week, and then we're moving into May's collabs. You can find them on my community tab over on YouTube. You can find them on my Instagram stories, my Instagram feed, and on Facebook as well. These collabs are open to any content creators that would like to join in on the fun. Today I just have my hair, I had it in a bun, so I just kind of wrapped it around and did like a tie and tucked it in the back. And this side is plain, this side had the tie. Just some gold earrings. Nothing spectacular. Afrocentric dashiki, shipped to me from Nigeria. I have quite a few of them, guys. I did record a video today. I had already picked up some products the other day. Not record, I'm sorry. Yeah, record the beginning because I didn't do a beginning. Just an intro basically. So you'll see me with the same attire on because I had to do an intro for my Dollar Tree collab. Well, you would have already seen it by now. So you'll see me with this because I did it in the same day. If you don't know, content creators, we normally try to knock down 2 and 3 videos in one day. So some of them will go and change their clothes. I don't always have that type of time because I'm dealing with the little ones. So I'll just record multiple videos in the same attire. If you guys get it. I might have like my camera set up on a tripod somewhere else recording me as I'm actually speaking to you and recording like a cooking video, so you'll see like similar content. You'll see the actual footage going on with that video, but you'll get the actual verbiage and everything with this one. So we have to get creative because it's very overwhelming being a content creator. It's a lot of work. It requires a lot of storage in your devices. So you might hear a lot of people say, I have to edit, I have to get videos out, I have to. It's true. It's a lot of work. But yeah, so the Dollar Tree collab, that was fun. So for May, we have Beat the Clock, where you have to do your clean up your living room and dining room in 15 minutes or less. We have a Mother's Day makeover, which is I want all the mothers to join in and do a makeover of your choice. It could be something that you do at home. You can go out for a mani-pedi, just something showing that you pampered yourself for Mother's Day, or your mother or your sister, just a mother. Okay. It's limitless what you can do with that topic. We also have knock 'em out challenge, where you have to knock out your to-do list and show us you doing so. I thought that one was cute. And oh my god, I think it's a bacon with the kiddos, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. I have so many different collabs that I'm a part of and hosting as well. My co-host is Sierra Davis. If you haven't already, please check out her content. This queen is doing amazing things. She is a young mother. She's a teacher. She's a busybody. She's in on a lot of collabs with She and I, and then she's in other collabs with other hosts. She's doing her own independent uploads. She's collabing with friends, one-on-one collabs. She is busy. She's in my live streams a lot. She's a moderator for me. Like I said, she's a co-host. She's an admin in some of my, in one of my, well, a couple of my Instagram groups. So An amazing, amazing content creator. I think you guys should go ahead and check Sierra's channel out. Also, her counterpart, her partner in crime. She actually has two. So one is Whitakersway. Her name is Cabernet. She lives over in Japan. A young mother and wife, doing it over there, showing us how she's making a life for herself and her family over in Japan. I think you guys should check out her channel. She's currently on a weight loss journey. She's doing really, really well, showing us all the different meal prep. She too is a teacher, and she and Sierra are collabing a lot, showing how they're meal prepping their meals for half an hour to an hour lunch breaks, which 9 times out of 10 is half an hour. And I think it's very interesting just to see what they pack for breakfast and lunch and snacks for their workday with such short breaks. She's also uploaded home tours where she was just looking for a new home and moved. She did a walkthrough. She's done a lot of, like I said, fitness and gym updates. So you guys should go check out her channel. Again, it's Whitakersway. I'll link Sierra, Whitakersway, and the third one I want to mention today is Camillesessence. Young mom, new mom to a baby. She just had a baby approximately a month ago. I might be a little behind, might be a little longer because you know it goes quicker. But she's also doing it. She does a lot of natural hair uploads. Being a homemaker, stay-at-home mom, grocery hauls. Oh my God, I'm loving her channel, and she's stepping out of her comfort zone and doing some lives lately, and I support her 100%, guys. Please check out Camillesessence as well. So you have Whitakersway, Just Being Sierra, and Camillesessence, and I will link all three channels below. There are a number of ladies that I would like for you guys to check out. I will mention them in some future content, but for now, that's 3 new channels you guys might want to get down with. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this camera around and let you guys see how this meatballs and gravy and this rice turned out from the Instapot / air fryer cooking, baby. Because grandma over here doing big things, and a little bit of work is effortless. But I'm gonna turn it around, let you guys see what dinner's looking like. I'm also going to again let you know that it's gonna be some green beans. I've made up my mind, some string beans with this, and then probably some Hawaiian dinner rolls on the side, because I like to give these kids, here's a hint, here's a tip, moms, give them some buttered bread or some type of rolls or biscuits or cornbread or something to go with their meals to fill them up, because these little ones can eat. We'll see you in the next episode, and as always, love and respect from the Amaechi tribe. Alright guys, here is our rice. This rice is cooked to perfection. Cooked right in my Instapot. This is plenty for me and the kiddos, and then it's even some extra if I wanted to make like some eggs and rice, or if I make some vegetable fried rice and put some eggs through it. This is plenty. Keep in mind that these Instapot hold way more than you think. Even though it's not full to the top, it is pretty full. Look at the consistency of that rice. 6 minutes. And 6 is extra because it says 5 minutes on the instructions, but I always do 6 to be on the safe side. So 6 minutes in the Instapot, and you get a nice pot of rice. Do away with those rice cookers. Get yourself an Instapot where you can do a lot of different things. And here is our meatballs with gravy. Look at that gravy, guys. Look at that, nice and thick. Again, so good. So good, guys. So yeah, try this out for your family. It's one of my kiddos' favorites. Again, this is enough for me and the kiddos for dinner, along with some green beans and some dinner rolls. And thanks for tuning in. Love and respect.